All right, guys, what's going on? This is Mike with Below Average Blogger, and today I wanted to show how the method I used to find great writers on iWriter.com. There's no affiliate in this. They did not ask me to do this video. This is just my experience with iWriter. I've messed around with TextBroker and iWriter, ProBlogger board. I've messed around with all of these. They all have good writers that can be found. They all have varying price ranges, but I personally have found a sweet spot with great priced writers from iWriter who have done really well for me. But the problem with it is it takes time and money to find those good writers. And I went through a long period of a year of trying to find good writers, and I found a couple methods that work, and I wanted to share those with you on how you can also find those writers on iWriter, where you can get great content at a great price, much better than a lot of these places, and it'll really take your website to another level. All right, so speaking of levels, the first thing to know about iWriter.com is that it has levels. Each writer is based on, a writer's performance is graded on iWriter, and that writer is given basically a badge of their performance level. And so when you go into iWriter here and you can order content, you'll pick a writer level. And so the first piece of advice I would tell you is don't ever use standard and don't ever use premium. The writing level at standard is garbage. It's not usable. The writer level at premium is so hit or miss that it's not worth your time to really spend a lot of effort trying to find a good premium writer. You may find one, and congratulations, but you'll probably waste a lot more money looking for a good premium writer than actually finding one. All right, Elite is kind of the sweet spot for your testing to find a good writer. Elite Plus will have great writers, but they will be at almost a 2.5 times the rate of Elite. So I don't really mess with Elite Plus, but I'll tell you how you get Elite Plus writers at the Elite price in just a second. All right, so what I do is I pick Elite writers, and then I do a word count of 500 words when I place an order. This is when I'm looking for writers, not the ones I already have. The ones I already have are over 1,000. We already know who we're using. But when we're finding writers to use on iWriter, we will pick 500 words at the Elite level, and that you'll see that cost you $11. Now, do you want to waste $11? No. And times 10, do you want to waste I can't do the math, $110? No, you don't want to waste it, but it's not a waste. It's actually an investment. So I'm going to order 500 word count article at the Elite level, and I'm going to put it into the open queue. I won't assign it to any specific writer. I'll just throw it out to the open queue, and I'll see who takes it. And I will do between 5 and 10 of those at a time, knowing that I'm going to get majority junk back. And it's okay, because that's somewhere between $55 and $110 a pop. But what I will get in return from that is I will get 1 to 2 writers that go on my favorite list, and I'll throw the other ones away. And what we'll do, so we will order those Elite level writers. We will throw a generic topic to them, not one in your niche, doesn't matter, right? So take a topic that would require some digging around from the writer, nothing they can just copy from a bunch of websites. I want something that they're gonna have to do a little bit of homework on. So instead of saying best backpack for campers, I might say, understanding a backpacker's internal support of a backpack, right? So something that's going to require them to do a little learning about the frames of a hiker's backpack and weight management and body shape and tolerance and things like that. And I'll give a little bit of instruction, not a lot though, because I don't want to give them too much. I want to see what they can figure out on their own. And I will shoot it out there, and I will start getting articles back between 5 and 10 at a time. Let's just say 10 for the sake of ease today. So you get those 10 articles back. You will see quickly that I'm willing to bet if you did 10, 5 would be unusable. 3 will be okay, but nothing you want to rehire. It's enough. You could fix the content, and you might be able to get somewhere with it. But you will get 1, maybe 2 that are awesome, like surprisingly awesome. And you'll say, okay, you can add those to your favorite list, throw them a little tip if you want to, so they're on your, mentally you're on their good side. And now you've got 1 to 2 good writers right there. And so work with those 1 to 2 for a while and send them articles directly. You can directly assign articles to your favorite writers, and they will knock it out for you. And then give them a real test after that. So now you're sending them 1,000 words, 1,500 words, and seeing how they do. And if they're consistently cranking out good work, consistently writing original content, and consistently researching it the way you would want them to, you'll quickly see that those are the ones you want to keep. And then if one of them really starts to slack off or fall off, or the next piece of content is garbage, boom, throw them on the block list. So you don't see them anymore, and they can't grab your content when you put it into the general queue. And so you'll kind of rinse and repeat this over a few months. And what will happen is you will end up with anywhere between 1 and 5 writers who are top notch. And the best part about it is, and I hinted at this earlier, is many of these are actually the Elite Plus level, which is the highest tier iWriter offers. But because they don't get a lot of orders, people aren't paying that often for the Elite Plus. The Elite Plus rated writers actually will go down to the Elite level and take that content just so they have some work to write on. Now, are you shortchanging an Elite Plus writer? Technically, yes. But to be fair, to be honest, and to have a good working relationship with that writer, what I do is I hire them at the Elite Plus level, or excuse me, I hire them at the Elite level, which would be for a 1,000-word article, would cost me $20.25, which is already dirt cheap. That's 2 cents a word. But when I get that article back and it's good like I expect because they've always done good work, I then usually give somewhere between a $6 and $10 tip. So now I've paid 2.5 to 3 cents a word. They're happy because I'm now paying them more than they would have got originally, and I'm paying them closer to that Elite Plus level that they're not getting hired at. They're happy, I'm happy. You keep them on your favorite list and you move forward from there. That's it, guys. That's the video. It's very quick. It's to the point, but it's worked consistently for me. I've gotten amazing writers off of iWriter. I had to go through this testing process. I had to throw away a little money, invest in a little homework to find out the best writers and get those good writers on my team. But they are outstanding once you get them. And once you have them, treat them good, tip them well, and you'll find that you're able to get excellent content for much cheaper than a lot of these other places are charging. That's it, guys. Get out there, write more content, make more money. We'll talk to you later.